Last time on Sealed Only Sunday. We have one shot. Let's make sure we use it. Toon Chaos, Battles of Legend Light's Revenge, and Realm of Light. Well, color me goddamn surprised. We actually come out of this victorious. I swear to God, if we managed to repeat last week, we may have just completely won the series at this point. Last week was absolutely freaking crazy. We not only went 4-1, which is insane by itself, but we also managed to completely swap our deck around. No longer stuck to the restraints of Dragon Link, we are now fighting on our own merit, and our own merit being Chaos. Now, even though we did really well last week, it does of course come with, like, blatant issues, let's call them. I'm not entirely sure what to name them, but the fact that we are now we're lacking a boss monster. It sounds really weird because our extra deck does have a couple of really good things in it now, but Chaos has such a different playstyle to Dragon Link. Dragon Link, you know, needs very specific sort of level 8s and dragon shenanigans, like, you know, spheres or whatever. But Chaos is way more versatile, and they focus more on needing numbers more than they need exact numbers. Like, it doesn't matter if they're level 4s or 3s, they're all link material in a sense. We are really lacking high-level or high-rated link monsters, I guess, that we can use all of our board presence on to actually generate a threat, both going first and second. Going second, we do have Borrelsword Dragon, which is probably the best option currently, but we really need something for going first. There's a ton of options out there, things like Appaloosa being one of the probably the key ones there, but we also have things like Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon if we could actually summon it somehow, but I don't think we currently can. But we do have access to Halki Fibrax, which definitely helps that bit. There's stuff like IP Masquerena that's really, really good for setup. There's Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, I think it is, right? But there's so many good ways to facilitate using the amount of numbers we can put on the board now. It's really, really nice. We are also missing a few really vital Chaos pieces to really get the deck going. We're talking more Chaos Spaces. We're talking the Chaos Dragon, the thing in Rise of the Duelist. There's just a couple of things that we really need to have a look at to make the deck tick. But now we have multiple ways in of making a competitive deck that can win the series, and that's all that matters. So, before we go any further today, we have a couple of things to do, as we always do, apparently. We've got 2 patron redeemers this week. We've once again got Danish Chris redeeming himself an item, because I'll be honest, I don't know what's up with this man and the items, but the items are definitely helpful, so we have received 1 Kaiba Corp deal. Now, the Kaiba Corp deal is very interesting. It allows us to invest up to 3,000 DP at the beginning of an episode to have a 50-50 chance of doubling that DP by next episode. It's basically a coin toss investment, right? Not exactly something that's good, but it is a thing that we can make use of if we're lacking funds and want to take the risk. For this episode, though, I think we're going to hold off and just stash it away for the moment, because honestly, we have a lot of money to spend and we kind of need to spend it. Then, we've also received an item from Demurrer Tundra, aka Nick, aka second worst dad jokes of the Discord server. He has given us the Gift of Knowledge, which gives us wildcards. One of the very, very few ways we can receive wildcards outside challenges. We have, thanks to the Gift of Knowledge, received 2 level 2 rare wildcards. Same as the super rare wildcards that we're already holding, this wildcard will allow us to make any rare from any set we've previously opened. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of rares that I want at the moment. They're kind of just they're kind of going to be sitting there until we find something specific that we really want access to, but the rare slot is a weird one, because in all honesty, there's not a lot of rares that are that hard to get, but we will accept them nonetheless, because by golly if I didn't, right? Finally, before we head off to the store and I punch my microphone again, we are going to receive our weekly budget, which was upgraded from last week thanks to Stonks. We are now receiving 3,600 for our daily budget, and with 22,595 DP in our pocket, which is essentially $225, we're heading off into the store and hoping we can find something. And for the first time in quite a while, the store is a bit of a disappointment. I'll be honest on this one, I'm not seeing much here. We got Eternity Code yet again. Eternity Code is, of course, one of the best sets around, but it's honestly just not enough of what we need at the moment, at the very least. Because yes, it does have access to Access Code Talker, which we've already sold a copy of, which is really, really good. Like, nobody can deny this. It also has stuff like Machina Metal Cruncher. Don't think I've forgotten the machines. They are definitely there. But I don't know if it's worth picking it up, considering we have such a good Chaos Core now. Secret Slayers is also really unnecessary, but on the other hand, Secret Slayers could be very interesting, because the Eldritch engine actually works with being milled, so it could be playable in Chaos, I guess. I don't think I would, but the possibility is at least there. Then we have Rising Rampage, which is a really terrible set normally, but it actually has Appaloosa in it, at Secret. But at the very least, it's cheap? I don't know. And then we've got Genesis Impact, which is, unfortunately, of absolutely no use to us. We're looking at Maximum Gold after that, which is always a treat to see, because the set has so many good pieces in it that it might just be worth picking up anyway. And then a 2018 Megaton Jaden, which I don't think we'll be going for. But we do have the Pact Charge since last time, so let's have a look what they want, shall we? Why on earth would they want me to open Genesis Impact? That set has absolutely nothing for us. What are you guys thinking? Come on, you have the power to really turn this series around, and you're telling me go open Genesis Impact, it's a really good set for Chaos. Absolutely not. We're not having any of that. Instead, we are in fact going to go ahead and we are going to use the reroll function, because we're gonna go deep. We're gonna search for something that's a little bit better than what we're seeing right here. We do get to reroll 3 packs this time around, so we are going to reroll Breakers of Shadow, Secret Slayers, and Genesis Impact, and hope we find something that's better. You know what? That respin is not nearly good enough. We're respinning again. You know what? That's actually not half bad. Dark Saviors is a set we kind of need to open for 2 specific cards. We want Allure of Darkness, because it is a very good way for us to just draw 2, and Plague Spreader Zombie. Plague Spreader Zombie would be the absolute best Chaos target we have for Halki Fibrax. I'm keeping that set on there, but I'm actually going to reroll again. Even though the cost goes up to 1,000 now, and this is the final reroll of today, I will re-roll the first 3 sets on the board, because there has to be something better than this. I am shuffling away Eternity Code now, but given this, you know, the circumstances, I think that's fine. Holy fuckamole. Yep, this is the store. This is the one. No doubt about it. This is the store we're going for. This has literally everything now. Holy crap, the high roll. Okay, Rise of the Duelist is probably the most important one out of all of these, because it does lay host to the Chaos Dragon. Chaos Impact is also really, really good here. So is Dark Saviors. Frick. I hate having multiple choices. I hate having to do math in my head. It's like the worst. Okay, one existential crisis later, I have run the math in my head. We are going to do something absolutely obscene and crazy, like it's seemingly do every episode now. We are going to open an entire box of Rise of the Duelist, an entire box of Chaos Impact, and half a box of Dark Saviors. The reason for this is Rise of the Duelist, of course, has the most important card for the strategy, being the Chaos Dragon. That thing will allow us to do so much more Chaos shenanigans that there is no reason we shouldn't go for it, especially when we have the money to spend. Chaos Impact, similarly, both has Star Liege Seifert, which is, yes, a Dragon Link card, shut up, but it is also extremely useful in Chaos because it gets all of our big Chaos monsters back because they all happen to be dragons. It also has access to the Tenyi Berserker, the Synchro thing, which is really, really good, and it also has IP Masquerena at Ultra. There's no reason we shouldn't be opening this. And then Dark Saviors, of course, has Plague Spreader Zombie, which again is one of the best targets we can get for Halki Fibrax, in addition to having Allure of Darkness, which may come in handy. This is what we're doing. We're taking our entire budget and just slashing it down like it was nothing. Oh boy. Now, it does make me sad to see all of that money disappear, but the amount of product that we have for opening in this episode is pretty much worth it, let's be honest. But if you do remember the last episode, we actually have starships to spend this episode, so Todd, swap us over to the upgrade store. I don't think we've been here for like 7 episodes. It's crazy to think, but we do in fact have 2 starships this episode that we can choose to spend on something that seems useful. We have pay-per-view available, which allows us to earn more rewards from the Lupine Weekly at the end of every episode, which is definitely handy. We've got Coffee Break, which is, yeah, holding a challenge for an extra episode may come in handy too, all things considered, considering our last level up criteria is 5 challenges. And then the Abyss has been replaced with Think Tank, because the Abyss needed to be purchased before the halfway of the series, which is today. So Think Tank is really helpful because this does allow us to check the next week's episode's shop. That was a really weird sentence. Next week's shop ahead of time. We can do this at any time, meaning we could potentially plan our route better than what we normally could. And to be honest, I think we're actually going to upgrade the Think Tank and keep 1 star chip for later. Being able to plan ahead of time is super valuable information, similarly to seeing your opponent's hand is. I think that's worth it. Alright, with the upgrade out of our way, let's go open a massive amount of packs. So today, before the massive opening, we've got some unfortunate news. The pack opening animation has officially been killed. The reason? The update they did to the pack opener. Unfortunately, my Python scripts no longer work in fetching the correct data, because most likely they moved things around. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't had the time to sit down and check it, and to be honest, sitting down to fix it would probably take longer than it's worth. Unfortunately, this means we are going to have to continue with the somewhat less flashy openings for the rest of the series, which sucks, but that might not be permanent, because if I do manage to fix the Python scripts, we'll be back to the cool stuff. Anyway, to the opening. I hope you are all just about as ready for this one as I am, because this is pretty frickin' good. Out of Chaos Impact, we are looking for 2 specific cards, as stated before. We're really looking for Star Liege Seifert, and we're really looking for the Tenyi Synchro. It's not the best option, but all things considered, it should not be underestimated. Masquerena would be nice too. Right, let's go. Astra Ghouls, Galactic Spiral Dragon, Action Magic Double whatever, Dino Wrestler Phalanx, Bayonator, Marince's Cascade, Crusher Run, Gladiator Beast Atrix, and the Dream Mirror Friend. No thank you. Next up, Battle Ocean, World Legacy World Key, Suppression Collider, Aramage Laurel, The World Legacy, Mimicuril, Evil Time Machicorella, Monster Express, and another Draco Masters of the Tenyi. Why is this at Ultra? Pack 3, Tachyon Spiral Galaxy, and actually the Chamber of the Unchained could be useful. Crusher Run, World Reassembly, Dino Wrestler Phalanx, Bayonated the Baneful Barrel, Cauldron of the Old Man, the Dream Mirror Urkling as a super. For some reason, these 2 swap positions sometimes, and I'm not entirely sure why. It's a bit weird. Right, next up, Marince's Sea Angel, Dino Wrestler Phalanx, World Legacy World Key, Mimicuril, Gladiator Beast Comeback, Marince's Snow, Action Magic Double Banking, Gladiator Beast Vespacious, and Dream Mirror Phantasms. Ugh. Next up, Cauldron of the Old Man, Dino Wrestler Marshall Lampello, Crown Tail, Astra Ghouls, Evoltile whatever, Aramage Marrowjam, Crusher Run, Bounty as our Ultra. That could have been what we wanted, but no, we get Bounty. Pack 6. Crown Tail, Boom Pauline, Cascade, Luna the Dark Spirit, Dinaresa Martian Impello, DD Patrol Plane, Dances with Beasts, Nebula Dragon, and Peaceful Burial. Nebula Dragon is actually kind of useful because it's a dragon that can special summon itself as long as we control another level 8. Pretty neat. Pack number 7, Watrain, Full Turn, Marrowjam, Nomakia, I think you pronounce that, Armor Dragon, DD Patrol Plane, Bonds Alone, Gladiator Beast Vespacious, and Abomination's Prison. We can almost play Unchained at this point. Right, let's go again. Soul Levy, Marince's Battle Ocean, Spiral Dragon, Wonderheart, Burning Shell, Mimikyu, Bonds Alone, Gladiator Beast Atorix, and Gladiator Beast Dominatus, aka Not Dragoon. Let's go for pack 9, Mimikyu, Escape of the Unchained, Seraphim Papillion, Suppression Collider, Bayinator, Boom Pauline, Astraghouls, Hop Ear Squadron, and Aroma Seraphy Sweet Marrowjam. None of the ones I wanted again, although Seraphim Papillion has seen some play lately because of B-Troopers. Neat. Pack number 10, Dream Mirror of Chaos, Crown Tail, Action Magic Double Banking, Boom Pauline, Aromage Laurel, Escape of the Unchained, Brutal Dozer, Sagittari, and Prime Mineral Congrate. Damn, we have not seen anything we wanted yet. World Legacy World Key, Soul Levy, The World Legacy, Astraghouls, Bonds Alone, Dances with Beasts, Dream Mirror of Chaos, Tinny Spirit Ashuna, and Gorgon, Empress of the Evil-Eyed. Halfway through this set of Chaos Impact now. Another Chamber of the Unchained, actually. Nice. Brynagir, Desert Locusts, Bayinator, Astraghouls, Suppression Collider, Marincess Snow, another Congrate, and Overburst Dragon. Damn. Aromage Marrowjam, Chamber of the Unchained, Astraghouls, Watrain, Seraphim Papillion, Tachyon Spiral Galaxy, Suppression Collider, Transcendence, and Crystal Heart. I believe we have a playset of them now. Almost having a Marince's score. Almost. Gladiator Numakia, Spiral Dragon, Soul Levy, Bonds Alone, Marince's Battle Ocean, Wonderheart, Mandistrong, Galaxy Satellite Dragon, and Salamangreat Transcendence. Marincess Snow, Seraphim Papillion, Another Chamber, Crusher Run, Suppression Collider, Wonderheart, Dances with Beasts, Striker Dragon, and Jelly Cannon. Unfortunately, we have no use for Striker Dragon. We already have one. We're not getting any of the ultras we really want here, and no secret. World Reassembly, Dream Mirror of Chaos, Aroma Gardening, Escape of the Unchained, Papillion, Mandistrong, DD Patrol Plane, Galaxy Satellite Dragon, and another Nebula Dragon. Neat. Alright, next up. Mandistrong, Aroma Gardening, Aromage Marrowjam, Wonderheart, Bonds Alone, Desert Locusts, another Spiral Dragon, Rejection as another Ultra Rare. Come on, that could have been it. Okay. We are down to 6 packs to go of Chaos. The World Legacy, Protocol Gardener, Marincess Snow, Sea Angel, Bonds Alone, Cauldron of the Old Man, World Legacy World Key, Tyrant Farm, and another Not Dragoon. Damn. Escape of the Unchained, Marrowjam, Gardener, Laurel, DD Patrol Plane, Bayinator, Astraghouls, Spiritual Entanglement, and Sweet Marrowjam yet again. Man, Laurel, the Armor Dragon, Full Turn, Patrol Plane, Gardening, Beast Comeback, Crusher Run, Unchained Twins, Rakea, and Dominatus again. I mean, I'll take the Unchained Twins, because if we have both of them, we might be able to play that if we can pull any of the other Unchained, which is nice. Alright, Papillion, Brynagir, Evoltile, Mimikyu, the Armor Dragon, Dream Mirror of Chaos, Spiral Dragon, Spiritual Entanglement, and Evil Eye of Gorgenio. We've got 3 packs left to go. Cauldron of the Old Man, Boom Pauline, Armor Dragon, Seraphim Papillion, Marincess Cascade, Salamangreat Burning Shell, Desert Locust, Dream Mirror, Hypnagogia, and the Atorix. This isn't looking good. Protocol Gardener, Mimikyu, Crusher Run, Watrain, Dinaresa Marshal Whatever, Sea Angel, Numakia, Charge, and Phantasms. And the last pack of Chaos Impact, Watrain, Astraghouls, Spiral Dragon, Old Mind, Dark Spirit, Escape of the Unchained, Burning Shell, Vespacious. Yeah! Last pack magic! Let's go! It's at least something. IP Masquerena. Oh god, I'll take that. I was worried we weren't going to get everything. Last pack magic, as they say. I don't think we got a single secret rare, which is a little bit upsetting. But at the very least, Masquerena is an ultra rare that is actually very good. Thank god for that. Okay, let's open Dark Saviors next. So we're looking for Plague Spider Zombie and Allure of Darkness, and that's about it, honestly. The Flying Fortress, Sky Striker Mecha Eagle Booster, Spell Power Grasp, Drowning Mirror Force, and Dampier Vampire Sheridan. No. Horn of the Phantom Beast, Mystic Tomato, Crimson Knight Vampire Bram, Toon Table of Contents, and Rafal Champion for Hire. Also no. Jonkpa. There's the Plague Spreader Zombie. Perfect, now we have it. Vampire Awakening, Vampire Okris, and Sky Striker Maneuver Afterburners. Then we've got Crimson Knight Vampire Bram, Dark Greffer's really nice, Vampire, Bravo, and a Fraulein. Hey, now we can trick Mothman by making everything into zombies and playing Fraulein. Ah. I won't do that. Mirror Force, Kagari, Mystic Tomato, Bravo Fighter for Hire, and Whis Sage for Hire. Now we just need allures. Toon Table of Contents, Mirror Force, Vampire Red Baron, Dark Greffer, and Mayhem for Hire. Nope. Allure of Darkness, thank you. Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones, Horn of the Phantom Beast, Seal Strategist for Hire, and Mayhem for Hire. Nope. Scapegoat, Donpa Marksman for Hire, Mystic Tomato, Spell Power Grasp, and Sky Striker Mecha Modules Multi-Roll. We got Crimson Knight Vampire Bram, Sky Striker Mech Armory Hercule Base, Kagari, Orcris, and Vampire's Domain. 3 packs to go of this, actually. Red Baron, Seal Strategist for Hire, Horn of the Phantom Beast, another Plague Spreader Zombie that we don't need, and the Sheridan again. Vampire Retainer, Reinforcement of the Army, Curry Bandit, Donpa, and Vampire Domination. And for the last pack, please one more allure. Toon Table of Contents, Vampire Vamp, Sky Striker Ace Shizuku, the Monarch Stormfort, and Vampire's Domain. So we did get the Plague Spreader Zombie, which was probably the most important one out of all of these. And only 1 allure. I really wanted 3. Oh well. We'll go for basically the ultimate opening of today, Rise of the Duelist. An entire box. We need a secret rare. The chances of finding said secret rare are slim to goddamn none. But we're gonna do it anyway. Let's go. Infernoble Arms, Hulk Claire, whatever. Melfi Fenny, DD Arc, Darknog Nurgle, Dracoon Lamp, Infernoble Knight Maguis, Indulge Dark Lord, Jewel Driver Vespinato is actually decent as well, with a redeemable Jar as our super rare. I will take a Vespinato simply because we have a lot of ways of making it. Alright, we go for Theo, the Iron Punch, the Crispacious Dark Lord, Fluffle Dolphin, Melfi Rabby, Indulge Dark Lord, Melfi Pony, Nurgle, Dark Lord Uprising, and Soldier Gaia the Fierce Knight. No thank you. Alright, we got Carapacious Dark Lord, Fluffle Dolphin, Infernoble Knight, whatever Astolfo, Unauthorized Boot Up Device, Melfi Mommy, Galloping Gaia, Infernoble Arms, Junk Sleep, and another the Fierce Knight. Ah! We've got another Curse of Gaia, Frightful Cruel Whale, Linker Bell, Red Potan, Galloping Gaia, Heavenly Dragon Circle, Super Heavy Samurai Scarecrow, Dogmatica Nexus, and Gaia the Magical Knight of Dragons. A lot of Gaia I'm seeing. I'm not into that. Junk Sleep, Machina Reserver, Spiral Fusion, DD Arc, Horn of Oliphant, Dogmatica Encounter, Dracoon Lamp, Melfi Fenny, and Infernoble Narbs Joyeuse. Pack 6, Galloping Gaia, Frightful Jar, DD Evo, Melfi Tag, Melfi Playhouse, Fluffle Dolphin, Abyss Actor Twinkle Little Star, Melfi Mommy, and another Joyeuse. Where are all the Ultras and Secrets? Come on. Mathmic Diameter, Dark Lord Nurgle, Inferno Noble Knight, whatever Roland, the really weird Ancient Warrior Saga card, DD Arc, Melfi Playhouse, the Abyss Actor, Melfi Fenny, and another Magical Knight of Dragons, for fuck's sake. Here we go again. We're going for Unauthorized Boot Up Device, Melfi Playhouse, Infernoble Knight's Orbs, whatever, Melfi Fenny, Infernoble Knight Astolfo, Frightful Repair, Dogmatica Theo, Fury of the Kyushin, and the Raid Raptor Revolution Falcon Air Raid. Don't want it. Dracoon Lamp, Dogmatica Encounter, Spiral Discharge, Dice, Heavenly Dragon Circle, whatever weird card that is, DD Evil, Melfi Mommy, and Magicelania the Deep Sea City. We have also not seen Punishment yet. That's really weird. It's a common. Pack 10, Ancient Warrior Saga again, Red Potan, Horn of Elephant, Dogmatica Encounter, Melfi Playhouse, Frightful Repair, DD Arc, Drill Driver Vespinato, and Dragon Maid Tidying. That's actually a really good super rare because Tidying is a way to interact with our opponents if we go back to the dragon stuff. Pack 11, Spiral Discharge, Melfi Playhouse, Theo, Melfi Rabby, Abyss Actor, Edge and Scythe, Dark Lord Nurgle, Melfi Mommy, and Gaia the Fierce Knight Origin. Halfway through and we've gotten nothing. Junk Sleep, Ancient Warrior Saga, Dogmatica Nation, Fluffle Dolphin, Dark Lord Uprising, Melfi Mommy, Melfi Rabby, Frightful Repair, Yamanari Party. Come on, where are the secret rares? Infernoble Knight, whatever, Spiral Discharge, DD Evil, Capricious Dark Lord, DD Arc, Dogmatica Nexus, Dogmatica Nation, that thing, And Siglair the Luminous Lunar Dragon as an Ultra, which is completely useless. Alright, Indulge Dark Lord, Infernoble Knight Arms, Melfi Mommy, Red Potan, Mathmech Diameter, Melfi Hide and Seek, Super Heavy Samurai Scarecrow, Melfi Pony, and Ret Time Reviver Emitter. Ah! Nexus, Tag, Theo, Nation, whatever. Dark Lord, Magius. Punishment, at least. We have one. Nice. Oh, shit, a Forbidden Droplet! Yo, that's a fucking secret rare if I've ever seen one. Droplet's so good. I would have much rather that be the Chaos Dragon, honestly, but Droplet is a fucking astounding. Taken. Holy crap. Alright, Fluffle Dolphin, Galloping Gaia, Megalith Fool, which I forgot was in the set, Cruel Whale, Spiral Discharge, Theo, Fright for Jar, Dogmatica Encounter, and... I'm dying. I am sorry, but holy fuck. Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. There he is. Back-to-back secret rares and two of the best ones. What? That's insane. Oh, that's just broken, dude. I'm sorry. As you can tell, professional editing. I've hopefully lowered the noise of me laughing so hard I'm coughing to death. Holy shit, a Droplet and Chaos Ruler? Yo, that's insane. Okay, I'm happy. Pack 17, here we go. Dracoon Lamp, Galloping Gaia, Fright for Jar, Junk Sleep, Thunderhand, Diameter, Spiral Reborn, Crowlephant, and another Arsenal. Oh, this is the other Arsenal Facum. Never mind. Dogmatica Punishment, Infernoble Knight Magius, Melfi Tag, Res Avenger, Spiral Reborn, Spiral Discharge, Fool, Pony, and Puppy. Pack 19. Abyss Actor, Melfi Fenny, Melfi Playhouse, Dark Lord, Nergal, Junk Sleep, Arc, Astolfo, and a Yamanari party. It doesn't matter, we have what we came for. The Weird Saga card, Theo again, Melfi Playhouse, Twinkle Star, Red Potan, Spiral Discharge, Astolfo, Fool, and Puppy. Spiral Reborn, Fright for a Cruel Whale, Dark Lord Uprising, Abyss Actor, Spiral Fusion, Fury of the Whatever, Dark Lord, Dolphin, Speedroid, Black and Roll. Dark Lord Uprising, Boot Up Device, Kiarushin, Dragon Circle, Diameter, Whatever, Encounter, Crowlephant, and another Magicelania. 2 packs to go. Curse of Dragon, Grand Dragon, Dag Dragon, Scarecrow, Oath, Potan, Jar, Hide and Seek, Encounter, Magius, and another Magical Knight. And for the last pack of today, Spiral Fusion, Fool, Dolphin, Scythe, Magius, Scarecrow, Fenny, Punishment, and Caddy. Oh my lord, was this opening freaking insane? We got a Droplet, we got a Masquerena, we got the Chaos Dragon, we got the Plague Spreader Zombie. It could not be better. Holy crap, we are going into this week and we are going to be absolutely crazy. We also got Punishment, which is like the best shit we could pull. I got nothing. This is great. We're going into this week, and we're going to absolutely freaking smash it. I promise you. Honestly, I don't know if that opening could have gone any better than it actually did. Not only did we actually find the one card we really needed to make this strategy work, which, let's be honest here, this is fucking insane. We opened a box, I guess. One of them was bound to show up, right? But not only did we get that, we also opened a Forbidden Droplet, possibly one of the best pseudo hand traps we can get our hands on a deck like this, because we don't care about discarding cards. It could not be better. This is the deck that we're running for this week, and there are a few notable changes that you might come to see here. One of the major ones being Plague Spreader Zombie. Plague Spreader Zombie is absolutely insane in this deck, making for the best Halki Fibrax target that we can possibly have. Unfortunately, we cannot use it to its full potential yet. We need a Synchro 6 that is not a tuner for us to really be able to abuse it. If we manage to get that, something like Stardust Charge Warrior or the weird Horus one that's available in Dual Devastator, we'll be able to summon Crystal Wing. That would be awesome, but unfortunately we cannot do that yet. On the other hand, though, what we have is a very, very strong Chaos deck currently. We've, of course, added the Chaos Dragon to the list, as well as added the Forbidden Droplets, but generally, other than that, the deck is staying roughly the same. We're also playing Griffin now. As I've learned off-screen, Griffin has a hilariously powerful effect. If it's on the field, special summon monsters can only activate their effects if they're linked to him. If they're not linked, no effects for you. It's absolutely crazy, meaning we technically have a floodgate in the deck now that we didn't previously. We're also playing Vespinado now, because I learned being able to deal piercing damage is actually a really good thing to do, and being able to special summon a level 5 or lower isn't terrible either when it's destroyed. I don't know why I didn't play it earlier, to be honest. But yeah, this is the deck that we're going into the Lupine Weekly with. We're not taking a challenge this week, simply because I want to save the money for a little bit. I don't want to go bankrupt. And yeah, let's go to the Lupine Weekly. And just like that, we proceed into this week with newfound confidence, unfortunately about to be completely shattered as we're going up against Zukaku playing Sky Strikers. We do manage to fire off a charge of the Light Brigade, which get met with an Ash that we gamma in order to actually search for our correct target. We manage to go into Chaos Dragon immediately here, and it actually doesn't really find us anything good, but we are able to normal summon Minerva in order to get a Raiden on board, which does mill a Wolf, meaning we are off to the races. Halki Fabrax is going to be summoned here, bringing out our big boy Plague Spreader, going into the Griffin at the end of the combo here, which is going to limit Zui to not activate any special summon effects. But in addition to that, we also have Quick Launch in our hand, meaning we can do Dragon Link shenanigans, managing to get ourselves a Borreload Savage Dragon on top of a Griffin lock. This is decent. Considering this is the end board, also having Droplets set, this is not terrible. We pass over and we notice that the hand is, well, it's Sky Striker Central, let's be honest. Area 0 is going to come out here and find the Widow Anchor by destroying the Shark Cannon. He's going to fire a Shark Cannon to grid a Plague Spreader Zombie, and then fire a Widow Anchor at our Borreload Savage Dragon that we choose to negate. A second one comes down, which is super unfortunate here, as we tag out our Halki Fibrex for a Desert Locust that unfortunately cannot activate its effect because it's not linked. Similarly, Zuikaku's Halki Fibrex is not linked, meaning it cannot activate its effect, and that is going to be good game thanks to Chaos Creator. Game number 2, and our starting hand this time is slightly worse as we're forced to go second as a Rose gets summoned, bringing out Shizuku with 2 set and pass, which is about what you can expect from the Sky Strikers. During our standby phase, we get hit with a Lancia, which is terrible, so we're forced to go into Dragon Link shenanigans. Unfortunately, our Striker Dragon gets negated, is what I wanted to say. I had a brain fart, so we're forced to use Quick Launch on another Rocket Tracer to at the very least get Borreload Savage on the board with 1 negate. We punch over the Shishuku, setting our Anti-Spell Fragrance that we activate during the standby phase of the next turn. Unfortunately, Zuikaku top decks into a Ray. Ray goes into Hayate. Hayate activates its effect to throw a Widow Anchor, going into Kagari, which we are going to hit with a Ghost Bell. At this point, he goes into Shizuku, setting the remaining 2 cards in his hand, and passes turn back to us. It's looking decent. We draw a Charge of the Light Brigade that unfortunately we cannot use. We normal summon Tracer only to realize that we don't have legal targets for Tracer. Shit. Well, regardless of that, we do negate the Ray so that the Ray stays in the graveyard and can't tag out to anything else, dealing 1600 points of damage, drawing Zui down to 2700. We still have no negates now, actually. We do have Anti-Spell Fragrance, but here comes the Afterburners blowing up our poor Savage Dragon. Then, of course, Sky Striker does Sky Striker stuff where they play the best card in the game, Engage. Engage pops off, of course, and now with a full back row passes back to us as we draw into Gamma. We'll fire off the Charge of the Light Brigade that we set the previous turn to get a Lumina. Lumina is going to be normal summoned, getting rid of the driver, summoning the Felis. We attempt to sack it to get rid of the Shizuku, but unfortunately we can't, so we're forced to run into it here so we have a Gamma live. This is the only reason I did this. Afterburners is forced to be fired off into the Shizuku to destroy the Anti-Spell Fragrance in the back, which is probably good for us. We are going to be hit with a Shark Cannon, followed by a Hornet Drone, and we're about to be killed by our own Felis. Unfortunately, we have a Gamma, so we do stop the Halki Fibrex from going any further. Unfortunately, this is Sky Strikers we're talking about, which means doesn't really matter what we end up doing because, There's going to be a lot of shenanigans. Going back into the battle phase here, Ray is of course going to destroy one of our poor zero defense monsters, tagging into Kagari. Kagari draws Engage again. Engage gets fire off again, and here we go. The Lancia for turn here really hurts, unfortunately, but the back row is once again set to 5. We draw Valkyria. It's not good enough. We do pet the Valkyria into defense mode regardless, hoping that it's enough, but this is Sky Strikers. If they don't have a way out of a single monster, you know. The strike is going to be destroyed as he searches for yet another card, but whiffles, finding 3 hand traps, firing off the Widow Anchor, going into Ziki, firing off the Shark Cannon to grab our freaking Savage Dragon, increasing the attack of Ziki using its effect, punching into our face, and then the back row's at 5 again. Where's Harpies? We do draw a Quick Launch for turn, but unfortunately Quick Launch does not have a legal target here that will save us, so no matter what we do, we're gonna end up biting the dust to Access Code Talker. Unfortunate. Game number 3, however, and we're once again back to going first, drawing the driver for the second time. We're going to fire off a charge of the Light Brigade, we're going to be hit by a Lancia, we're going to attempt to Gamma it, but that gets hit by an Ash, so we're now stuck not banishing anything. Due to this, we're only going to set a single strike and we're going to pass turn. Rhoda comes down, searching for the Ray, now 2 Ray in hand. Ray is going to be set, attack in, we take 1500, when the effect activates, we go for the Gamma. Gamma stops Ray from tagging onto anything else, which ends Zui's turn, which is absolutely perfect. At this point, we draw our own Rhoda, which is absolutely wonderful. Drawing into the Raiden, activating Raiden, milling nothing, going for the Chaos Valkyria, banishing Chaos Valkyria, and using Valkyria's effect to pitch Minerva. Minerva is, I think it's Minerva at least. I don't remember the freaking Lightsworn names. I'm never gonna do that. No, that's Minerva. I don't remember what the other one... No, that's Lumina. Never mind. We go into our Chaos Dragon, whiff on everything, punch in for 3k, and... multi-roll. Damn. Multi-roll is going to be played, and normal summon of the Ray going into Hayate that we immediately saw them strike. At this point, we're looking really good. We summon the Lumina here. Lumina attempting to summon from the grave, but it gets hit with the only card that could stop us from winning the game on the spot, Shark Cannon. We pass over with 1,000 life points left on Zui as he top decks Solemn Strike. We beat Zui, and more importantly, we beat Sky Strikers. Match number 2, we're playing up against the always lovely Absodoodle, who has brought the Sealed Only Fire King's deck from his Sealed Only Rivals series this week together with Omega Condor. Unfortunately for him, he's about to witness the full fury of our current Lightsworn deck. We do manage to, without a hassle, go into our Chaos Dragon here, getting a Fearless off of its effect and getting a Raiden to normal summon. We normal summon the Raiden hitting a Wolf, which is probably the best thing that could have happened. We link into Happy Fabrics, which gets us the Plague Spitter Zombie, and we're off to the races. We activate the effect of Chaos Dragon in order to special summon it back, make a Masquerena, and then make a now protected Griffin. We set 1 card face down, and that's basically our turn. Unfortunately, we get met with the Fire King spell that brings out Garunix, and Garunix is just 200 bigger than Griffin anyway. Fire King Island comes out, which is of course going to destroy a monster to search a card, destroying the Wolfbark from hand, and then grabbing himself a... I can't remember what the name of that one is, Arvada? Then Wolfbark is going to be summoned, attempting to bring back Wolfbark to make a rank 4, but we are immediately going to hit it with the Infinite Impermanence. Garunix is of course going to come back and blow up the entire field upon resolution, but we don't care. We summon the Lumina from hand, going for the effect of Raiden to mill some cards, going into the Arc Lightsworn. For the first time, we actually get to banish a card using this. We go for the Chaos Creator here, targeting our Griffin to summon it back, so now we're back under the lock again. We're going to beat in for a hefty chunk of damage, leaving Absolutal at 600 life points. And at this point, it's all down to the wire. We mill an Absolouter Dragon off of Mikhail's effect during the end step, so we actually have a Rocket Synchro for follow-up turns. Fire King Island is again going to be activated, which is going to bring out the monster I can never remember the names of, but it banishes upon resolution, so we're just kind of screwed. Garunix is going to come out, and then freaking Rekindling. Rekindling allows him to go into Silent Honor Arc, stealing our Mikhail, and being able to punch over literally everything we have on the field, and the playfield has suddenly been equalized. At this point, however, Garunix is going to come back and is going to blow up the field alongside it, and he chooses not to keep the Silent Honor Arc up, which was our game plan. However, it doesn't end up mattering because the card we added today is actually going to show its worth. We're going to go into Minerva here thanks to the 2 level 4s, and then go into Vespinato, which is going to deal enough piercing damage to seal game 1. So, game number 2, we're now forced to going second against Fire Kings, which is scary. Haha, I lied, he made us go first. I cited for going second. We do manage to get ourselves the Chaos Dragon on board, though, and we find 2 cards of use. We grab the Rocket Synchro, though, because Fearless is going to be special summoned, of course. We're going to activate Chaos Space, throwing 1 card back and drawing a Solar Recharge. Solar Recharge is going to throw the Minerva, which allows us to go into our Chaos Dragon, Levianeer.
This is going to special summon Rocket Tracer back to the field and Absol Dragon on top of it. We then manage to go into Halki Fairbex, but it gets met with a Ghost Ogre. First time I've seen that in a while, and it kind of shits on our parade, not gonna be honest. We now have to do a super strange way of going around it so we can at the very least end on our Griffin. We go for the Griffin, we normal summon the Rocket, whatever the name is, Rocket Synchron, we get into our Borreload Savage Dragon, and that's about as much as we can do. Unfortunately, our Savage Dragon is immediately hit with a Gamma Seal, meaning we are kinda stuck with the Griffin. It doesn't end up mattering too much though, because we do go for the Star Leech Seyfert here to get our Levianeer back. Levianeer attempts to activate its effect, but it is hit with another Ghost Ogre. We are going to go for the Minerva play here, which is going to get hit with an Ash, which is super unfortunate, so we decide to go into Vespinato yet again, just to deal some damage in the face of Absoluto. Absoluto is then brought down to 800 once again, but he managed to turn it once, maybe he can do it again. Arvada, unfortunately, isn't the card to do that, so he goes for the Wolfbark, summoning in the Wolfbark to make Time Thief Redoer, battling over the Gamma Seal, and hoping to get a trap off of our deck. He gets a Gamma, we get a Gamma, and we manage to take match number 2 with little to no hassle. But still a really good game, though. I love Fire King, such an interesting deck. For round number 3 today, we are once again playing up against Mothwoman and her Grand Maju Banish deck. As you can probably see on screen, this duel took an absolute eternity, so I have spared you the details and we're just going to blow through it. As you've seen in the last couple of episodes, whenever we go up against Mothwoman, our best our best offense is defense. Because if there's one thing Grand Maju can't do, it's punch over a dude that can't be destroyed by battle. So what do we do for the entire game? We wall up and make sure that we survive. It works out fairly well for the longest being, as she is unable to draw into an Eater of Millions until she has 2 cards left in deck when she finally hits it and gets rid of Beazle. Unfortunately, at this point, she also attacks into Minerva, which mills 2 Light Swords, blowing up her board, forcing her to use Necroface. Necroface will shuffle everything banished back into the deck again, and we start the whole round over. We are still in the defense play as we now get Beazle back thanks to it being shuffled back by Necroface. We just wall up. Eater of Millions, unfortunately, is in the hand again, so she is ready to go ham once she finds Maju again. Here we go, not finding Maju, going for the Eater of Millions plays anyway, as we decide to go into the Arc Light Sword and banishing it, but we get hit with the Battle Fader and the freaking, not Gozen match, Evenly Matched is what it's named. They have similar names. We also get hit with a Mystic Mine, but we are free to just get rid of that when a Battle Fader is on board. We are able to punch him for a bit of damage here, as I decide to go on the offensive now that I realize she's almost out of Grand Majus. They're all in the graveyard, which she can't get back. The final one comes in, but unfortunately we already have a Borrow Sword on board, meaning she's unable to punch through us, and she simply scoops them up. Game number 2, we are attempting to do the same thing once again, just walling up and surviving the Grand Maju onslaught. Fortunately this time, we don't really find anything super useful as we are forced to go into a regular play here with 2 rank 4s available. So we go into Beazle yet again, we go for the Minerva play. Minerva is going to hit a Felis, so we do summon the Felis, we set ourselves an Anti-Spell Fragrance that we flip during the standby phase, and you'll come to find that this card is going to win us this game. Spoiler alert, it really does. Minerva effect number 2 is going to mill a Wolf, luckily, so we summon the Wolf, we switch everything to attack position, but unfortunately, Battle Fader yet again. I should know the Battle Fader's there. We also get hit with an Evenly Matched, forcing us to banish most of our board, but we keep the important things on it. At this point, Raigeki cannot be activated, because Raigeki right here would have probably won the game. As you can see, there's a Grand Maju right there. That would have been terrifying. Fortunately for us, that cannot happen as we go into the Chaos Creator, activating the effect of Starlight Seyfert to get ourselves the best boy. Going for the Minerva play, summoning back Raiden. We're going to, Lumina, sorry, into Raiden, of course. And we get the Arch Light Sword to banish the Raigeki, and that forces the concession, as at this point, the game's over. Now, somehow, someway, we've actually 3-0'd, meaning we're at table 1 for the final duel of today, going up against Team Elmo YT playing Mutants. This is going to be a really hard matchup. We managed to do our usual, going into the Chaos Dragon, but Chaos Dragon gets hit with an Impermanence. At this point, we're forced to use our Quick Launch to go into Rocket Tracer, hoping we can make a play from there. We do have Absol Dragon, which is going to be helpful in doing so. So go to Striker Dragon, go to Boot Sector Launch, activating Striker Dragon to blow it up, getting back our lovely, lovely Rocket Tracer. Getting the Wolf through Foolish Burial basically sets us up decently, as we can now go into our IP Masquerena, going into our Quad Boral Dragon, blowing it up once again to set up a Borreload Savage Dragon with at least 2 negates and an Imperm. It's about as good as we can do. Fortunately for us, I have played Thunder Dragon, meaning when I see Gold Sarcophagus, I know I'm negating it. This essentially stops the turn as he normal summons one of the mutants, which gets hit by Impermanence, which is basically sealing the deal of this game, let's be honest. We do draw a Lumina for turn here, but we don't necessarily need to use it. We decide to do it anyway just to pitch a Raiden to get a Raiden. Raiden effect, of course, milling 2. Not mattering. We go for the Mikhail. He flips up a Torrential Tribute. We negate it, and this is way more than enough damage to just end the game outright. God, I hate playing against mutants. It is a literal nuke every step you take. Game number 2. We are 1 game away from the perfect week, and it's looking good. Set 3 passes exactly what we want to see from a mutant deck, so we go for the quick launch, which get hit with an Ash Blossom, which is super unfortunate. We do have the other Rocket Tracer, but we're hit by Tikaboo. Oh, I don't know how we play through Tikaboo. Unfortunately, we are unable to do anything else as E-Tally comes out, and E-Tally is the best unban for mutants. Being able to have 2 of them now, being able to basically start their plays off of anything is absolutely insane. We're faced down by an Arsenal as well as a, I don't remember what the left one's name is, but it stops trap cards, whichever one that is. You can tell me in the comments, I've forgotten. We do draw a Chaos Space, we attempt to fire it off, we're going for the Chaos Creator, which unfortunately can't do anything because we can't banish cards in the graveyard, drawing across a designated for turn, going into the Snowdrop Rika Fairy, which is just going to be enough to get over the 3k booty we set up, and at this point, we are basically at the mercy of the top deck. Zeus is going to get someone on top of it, we draw an Impermanence, which is great if we had any way of starting a play. Any Lightsworn here could do it. Zeus is going to punch over our Rocket Synchron, setting another card. We draw Valkyria. It's not good enough. We banish another Lightsworn, which is unfortunate, but just to wall up. But here come the mutants. Mutants are basically going to run us over at this point, thanks to Zeus, as there is no way we can face all of this down for more than 1 turn. Top deck? No. Unfortunate. We'll go to game number 3. So here we go in game number 3. Starting hand is absolutely terrible, but we'll have to make it work anyway, as we are forced to use our Chaos Space here to get ourselves an unsummonable Lightsworn to draw 2 cards. Not exactly how we'd want to do it, but I digress. We do get a Rota, so we can search for a Raiden. Raiden is going to be summoned. We bring out the Chaos Creator, going for the Raiden once again, and we go for the Halki Fibrax. This is the weirdest way we have ever had to make Griffin, but it has to make do. With a strike set, this is basically all that we can accomplish. Here comes the E-Tally. We decide to negate that with Solemn Strike, hoping that it's enough. Unfortunately, there's another E-Tally waiting for us. This is super, super bad. Like, this is terrible. This means he is now able to completely overrun us, thanks to the fact that he's playing mutants, forcing it to trade, but drawing another mutant for free. There's not much we can do here now that we're completely out of resources, but we do have a set Chaos Space that gets negated by Beast, activating Mutant Cry, big mutant on board, and I hate to say it, but our perfect run ends here. Man. Now, let's not feel beaten down by the fact that we lost that final game. Honestly, this week was absolutely crazy. 3-1 to pair up with last week's 4-1. Chaos was definitely the way to go. I don't regret making the transfer over to this whatsoever. This does mean that we get to reap some rewards for this week again. A grand total of 550 will be added to our totals, and we move into next week with high expectations. There's still a lot of cards that we're missing that really bolster our deck. We really, really need to get a hold of a non-tuner Synchro 6 so we can start making Crystal Wing plays, which would be amazing, but it all comes down to the luck of the draw at the end of the day, doesn't it? Now, this episode has gone on long enough already, so I will not be keeping you. I have yet to decide if I want to sell any cards in this episode, so I will update you next episode if I've chosen to do so. If you enjoyed this content, do remember to click the subscribe button down below, leave a like and a comment because you know the algorithm likes those things, and as always, stay safe out there.